haven't shown you guys this on video yet, but I showed it on Instagram. But we got some limo tint, baby, to preserve that interior and to look cool and to give us some privacy. I need some more suspension components before I drive this. The T and springs, they're just not good. So I'm having BC Racing make me some, and got to do a nice little alignment. I know a lot of y'all's favorite car in my collection is the Evo VIII, and I want to make a little bit of progress on it today. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm gonna set some expectations. It's gonna be a while before this car drives. I'm waiting on a very specific size of turbo and also waiting on the manifold to be made or ordered at least. I need to get back in touch with MAPerformance, but we do have an engine that's been sitting here for longer than I'd like to say. And well, we've got everything to put the engine in the car, and that will be nice. That will be super nice to get all that out of the way and get that car off the lift. I put it on the lift so that we could at least give it a little bit of attention, clear up some room in the shop. So the thing about taking out an Evo 8's or 9's or 7's engine, this Viper chair is crazy, by the way. They sent this out to me, so awesome. The easiest way to go about installing, reinstalling an Evo's engine and trans and transfer case all together is by removing the subframe. It's the same thing with like R35 GTRs. You just gotta drop the trans, you gotta drop all the things, you gotta drop the engine. It's really not complicated when it gets to it. There's just a lot of little nuts and bolts. I have weight tested it. We shouldn't have any problems removing the front subframe as it is. Look at that GTI, look how many parts we got for the GTI. I gotta get this off the lift, because look at that, look at parts. God dang. Before we continue though, the supporters for this video, MAPerformance, we've got their 2.2 long rod. If you guys missed any of that, it's an engine capable of 1200 something horsepower. We've also got ACT, advanced clutch. They are a big supporter of the channel now. They sent us a bunch of clutches. We haven't installed any of them yet because none of my stock ones have blown. You guys wanna see how nasty these old rotors are? Yeah, those weren't gonna be used. Look at this. Look at this. Don't believe me, it's abandoned in a barn now? Look at this, that's tetanus. 200% tetanus. I have a little 10 mil right there. I gotta get this brake shield. I mean, this brake shield's not even gonna do anything. It's gonna fly apart the first time you go over 50 miles an hour. There's a bad, oh, look at that. That's a good, I think that bearing's fine, actually. Check this out, Drew. Look how nice of a bearing we've got here.
That was perfect.
Oh, it just came out. All right, as we keep going, I've got a cool guest for you guys. You guys may or may not remember, if you guys watched the video of me getting this car initially, you'll know Dustin. Dustin is the one who owned this car before me, so that's pretty cool. Is it weird or cool to be able to wrench on the car again?
It's weird in this position.
Do you have any, what's your feeling on this car now? Are you kind of glad that you kind of didn't touch it because of how bad it was, or do you think you would have been able to conquer it?
It's tough. So I have a lot of regrets, I'm gonna be honest. But at the same time, I'm really glad. I'm glad that it's here.
We're getting it done. He's just gonna help me wrench on it tonight. Really, I've gotten, actually, let me show you guys what I've done. Duh. So hubs to the spindle, all that kind of stuff. I actually painted the spindle too. So that on both sides, we had a, you guys saw it earlier, but the bearing was just shot. And so now the car will actually, will actually be able to turn. It'll be a lot easier to push. So now we've got a bunch, we got really nice poly motor mounts. And then ACT sent us one of their new twin discs. Can we just take a second to appreciate this junk? Oh, it's so good. This thing originally had a Tilton on it, and Dustin, I don't know if you saw it. You probably never saw it, maybe you did. It was so rusted, it was cracked.
Yes, I saw just the outside of it because the trans
it was bad.
Trunk.
It was bad.
Yes.
It was bad. And by the way, the trans is a 5-speed.
Nice.
So you don't have to blow up a 6-speed. Don't know if it's built. I still have so many questions about the car every day, but we're gonna send it and find out either way. Nice. Oh, if I can grab the damn thing. Oh, no way.
Because you need some ARP.
Are you serious, dude? Oh, that's so awesome. Well, that's typical. We don't have 6, 8 bolts. Enough bolts to delay this, but I'm gonna go ahead and get in the bay. We're gonna lower this subframe. Man, I wish working on cars went as fast as video. we got it out. It's very, very light, so it's not nearly as sketchy as I was thinking, but we have it out. Now, unfortunately, I gotta wait for some parts. In the meantime, we will resume for you guys in half of a second. For me, in a lot of time.
Day 2.
Thank God for Amazon, boys. Custom. Look at that. All right, and we are good. Torque these guys 25 foot-pounds. Flyer bolts are 95 foot-pounds with thread locker and that assembly lube that was really gross to put on there. But this is Advanced Clutch's newest twin discs. This is their mod twin. Mod meaning modular. Interchangeable parts, rebuild, so it's pretty cool. You guys can check out their website, but basically this is a twin disc that gives you like a OE kind of clutch feel. Streetable, it's super streetable, super usable. They did do a lot of research and design making sure both discs wear evenly as well, and that's a big problem with some twin discs. So it's got good heat capacity, can hold big power, durable, clean shifts. I will link ACT for you guys. This is a really, really good thing if you guys are looking to build like a pretty high horsepower Evo or Subaru, something like that. Good clutches.
Day 3.
Sick, guys. We have got the trans on to the engine. So I actually ended up, if you guys missed, I have kind of gone ham with the soda blaster. It's my new favorite thing. I went ahead and soda blasted the transmission to make it look a little bit nicer. It's not beautiful, but it's nicer. Got it on there. Also kind of soda quasi blasted this, but it honestly, it's just so gross that it didn't really care. If you guys did miss, we had a huge break in this video because when I was working on this car the other day, I was like, you know what, it's not worth continuing until I deal with the rust problem. I don't want this subframe to go back in. I don't want anything to go back in until I deal with the rust issues. So if you guys missed this video, you guys should go check it out. Now, Dustin and I, have you done this way before?
Nope. But it's gonna be a lot easier.
Okay. We'll figure it out. This thing a chunk. This thing a whole ass chunk. Guys, this makes such a mess. Oh my God. Hey! Cleaned it up and media or soda blasted a little bit more, but we've got the engine in and we've also got the transfer case, trans, everything on. We've got a few more bolts, obviously, but we're super, super close. We're gonna now put our, I have like 1,500 horsepower axles or something like that, front axles. You can see that beefy boy. Oh, God dang. Side. God dang, that's big. That's a big one. It's like a Honda, but way harder. Big nut, son. Yeah, you guys gonna check out my insane shaft? Look at that, that's a big boy. That should be enough to blow the transfer case easily and not the axles. So we don't have this trans axle right here, I just realized, which isn't a huge deal. We can do that with the sub, I can do that after. Yeah, I don't even have, yeah. No such thing. I did not have this. We are putting the wheels on, boys. We're gonna have no brakes. I've actually got to refinish the wheels on these because I don't know if the previous owner, not Dustin, but the previous owner did like a brake upgrade, but the offset's not perfect. They're designed for Evo VIII MR big brakes, but these Brembos are too fat. Oh my God, boys and girls. Look at this. Not only is the Evo outside, but it's easy to push, and it also has an engine in it. Bro, this is a big moment for both of us.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming to help too, by the way. Is it nice to see that it's got an engine now? You've been probably kind of on the sidelines going, Evan, what the hell? The whole time.
I forgot about it for the longest time.
Me too. No, it did take forever to get painted, and it's definitely amazing to see that this thing had an engine again. Whenever I got it from Dustin, it didn't have a transmission in it. Transfer case was dangling like you saw at the beginning. It was rusted, unpainted. The next steps, I don't want to mislead you guys into thinking that we're like right on the cusp. I've still, for one, a turbo this big it has to get custom made. We're doing a 10569, I think, from Zona rotor. So we got to do that, and once that's made, then I have to get the exhaust manifold made. The nice thing is, like, intake manifold, I can just order. I have a fuel rail. I have the full fuel system. I'll probably have Drew redo most of the harness, and then we just got to get all of the accessories and all the furniture of the engine on, like the power steering and such. I'm not going to do AC or anything like that. This car's mostly just going to be a race car. I'll drive it around on the streets when it's cool enough to have the windows down. This is a big step. I've been needing to get this engine in. This is the 2.2 long rod from MA 2.2 stroker, Dustin. This boy gonna be,
It's gonna be a
quick. Again, guys, what a lot of people just kind of forget about this was a barn find, and so literally everything from head to toe, even though we are doing, you know, such cool stuff on this, I mean, everything's gotta be replaced. I mean, the hubs, I'm surprised the spindles don't need to be replaced. I'm gonna have to redo the coilovers, the suspension, tie rods, most of the nut and bolts. I have a huge list to order for this car, but she's outside. She's outside. Guys, give me a comment, by the way. Let me know how much you guys love Evos. We got 2 Evos outside. The OG and the new G. Cringe, but both with the 4G. All right, now I just want to stare at it. The job well done. God dang.
You see him looking at that gas. It's
just the new gasket is just nice.
Really sets it off.
Cool. Well, Dustin, thank you so much for coming over and helping us out.
Always.
It's a huge help. It's actually a Saturday, so Drew's not here. Needed to get it done, got it done. So let's park her back inside and continue on with the rest of the builds in the shack. This is a fantastic feeling. I have a deep love for this car, and I'm so, like, the day it runs, I'm gonna cry. I about cried the day that the IS300 started, and I'm definitely gonna cry, I think, when the Evo does. Guys, I wanna let you guys know that this week I've got some medical stuff going on. So I've got like 3 days worth of doctor's appointments, so I'm only gonna upload twice this week. This is one of 2 videos, and then we'll be back to it next week. Just letting you guys know that. I don't owe you an explanation, but I'm just letting you guys know either way. But I am stoked on the progress we have made. For one, it's been amazing having Drew on the team, because we have almost every car running. I mean, whether it's been huge progress with a huge build like this, I mean, this was a massive amount of work for this car. Between that, the Skyline, the Evo III, the Subaru, the Civic, you name it, or even the Supra over there, he's been super helpful, and I'm stoked for what's over the horizon. Guys, every day or every video I make, I give you guys daily advice. And speaking of the horizon, something I want to some advice I want to lend you guys today is, just because you can't see over the horizon doesn't mean there's not something beautiful behind it. A lot of times life seems like a constant uphill battle, and it's like, when am I gonna get to the peak and look down and see my future? You know, you want to get to the top of that hill and see, you know, sometimes you get to a good spot in life where you can actually foresee good things finally coming your way. But don't worry. I want you guys to keep walking uphill today. If you can't see over that hill, or you can't see over the horizon, just know there could be something amazing hiding behind it. The only thing you can do today is just to keep walking and to keep going. I love you guys. Guys, remember the GTI giveaway is still live until the end of November. Every $5 you spend at 5-3 Supply, at the top of the description, guarantees you 1 entry. It's getting a secret wrap right now, and we'll start with the turbo stuff. I'm stoked about that. That's why I needed to get this lift open. But you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out. Hey, I got 2 videos for you guys to watch. Seriously, it helps me a ton. Don't exit out. Helps me a ton if you continue to watch my content. I don't care if it's on a loop at work, you turn the volume off. It does a ton for me. Also, make sure you subscribe, turn those notifs on, and have a good day. Bye.